Hello folks, and welcome to your afternoon WYDOT video weather briefing on this Friday, the 25th of April. I'm day weather meteorologist Mark Huer. Well, it's definitely springtime here across the Rocky Mountain West and High Plains, depending on your location, and from one day to another, we are seeing wide-ranging weather conditions, and that's going to continue to be the case as we work into and through this weekend and early next week. In the short term, weak upslope and still low-level moisture staying across much of Wyoming through this evening, and that's going to lead to additional and ongoing below normal temperatures, some fog, a little bit of drizzle, and light showers as a result. But we will see a southwest flow come in over the course of the weekend. That's going to bring warmer, near and above normal temperatures to the state. There will be some breezy to strong winds in areas Saturday into Sunday as we see a increasing pressure and temperature gradient, but no widespread high wind events, and wind gusts expected to stay below 50 miles an hour even for our wind-prone areas. And then we will see increasing precipitation chances Sunday and especially early next week, and potentially especially for western and northern sections of the state. Let's take a look at a satellite loop here of the Rockies and High Plains. We've got Wyoming right here. There's Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, and Colorado. We have high pressure up here over southern Canada and also North Dakota. That's helping to create some weak upslope at the surface and an east to southeast breeze. Also, we got a little upper level disturbance working its way in from the west, and that's helping to create also some mid and upper level southwesterly winds. And here at the surface, we can see right where the upslope is along and east of the Laramie Range, then also the Green Mountains and the Wind Rivers and Absarokas, and keeping conditions socked in, especially east central southeastern Wyoming and the Wind River Basin with the well below average temperatures, and that's going to hold true right into and through tonight. And you can see all the way up and down the front range here in the northern and central Rockies, upslope conditions and the cloudy, cool conditions. Not much moisture, but there will be some light showers into and through this evening and tonight. And as this little low pressure system moves through, it's going to help trigger a little bit of activity, but no severe thunderstorms, even real thunderstorm activity today with all the cool air out here in the far east and southeast. All this is moving off to the east, northeast over the next day or two, and we'll be looking at a much milder southwest flow taking over across Wyoming and the central Rockies for the weekend. Through the rest of your Friday, we're still going to be looking at those upslope winds here in these areas, even out into the far eastern section, but through the yellow shaded areas along and east of the Bighorns and the Laramie Range, southeast winds into early this evening, still gusting to 30 to 45 miles an hour times. From about Casper on west, and then also to the west of the Laramie Range, a little bit more of an east-northeast wind, 15 to 25, gusts of 35 to 45. Then like the breezy winds tonight, touch of some light snow shower activity still into and through tonight across our mountain locations. Could pick up a trace to maybe 1 inch on our mountain passes this evening and tonight. Otherwise, some areas of still scattered light showers and also a little bit of drizzle and fog across the region, and fog will be most likely here in central Wyoming and then also over in southeastern areas. Some of it up on the summit and here in far southeastern Wyoming, quite dense, locally dense, with anywhere from a quarter to an eighth of a mile visibility. For your Saturday, we're going to be dry and milder statewide. Just a few widely scattered to isolated showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening, maybe a few higher elevation snow showers. All in all, though, the atmosphere drier and also warmer. And we're going to see temperatures back in the 60s and 70s Saturday for lower elevations, but we will see a pretty wide swath of nuisance winds. Going to be looking and anywhere from south to southeast winds along and east of this black dashed line from the AM through mid to late afternoon hours, 15 to 25, gusts at 35 to 45, enough for 20,000 gross vehicle weight and under closures, including campers throughout this yellow shade area, thanks to gusts in locations topping 40 miles an hour. And here to the west of this black dash line, it will be a southwest wind, a warmer and dry wind to the west of that black dash line. No high winds, but the nuisance winds with 20,000 gross vehicle weight and under closures likely, including those campers for your Saturday. Sunday, pocket of winds, not as strong or not as widespread, but it is a little stronger. Some 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts here in this yellow shade areas. Again, south to southwest winds on your Sunday. Otherwise, breezy winds throughout the state. Non-shade areas going to be dry, likewise through much of the breezy to strong wind locations here in the yellow. And then throughout the green shade areas, going to be looking at some scattered showers, maybe in a few weak thunderstorms. Best precipitation going to be out here in the north and also west, where 1/4 to maybe 6/10 of an inch of moisture will be possible, with trace to 2 inches of overnight snowfall mountain passes, Teton, especially Togety, then up in the Bighorns, with then the scattered showers and a few thunderstorms out here in the east southeast. Might pick up some locally heavy rain of perhaps 1/4 to 1/2 an inch, but most of it definitely garden variety and also light. And all this leads to widespread low impacts throughout the state, except for those low to moderate wind impacts Saturday and Sunday, thanks to the gusts of 35 to 50 miles an hour in those locations we talked about. And as we get into early next week, it very well could be the northern third or thereabouts of the state that might see some pretty substantial moisture from a stalled out frontal system and Pacific moisture and energy working across the region. We'll have to see just where that shakes out as we get into Monday and Tuesday, and it very well could stay a little bit further to the north or even possibly drop a touch further south. And we'll talk more about that come Monday. Thanks for watching today. Have a great weekend. Visit WYDOT.info for current road conditions or call 511.